Not a strike.
No, it is not. Yeah, I don't blame you, Rob.
That catch 3D.
Just, you know, ain't nothing you can. If he throws it up there again, there's nothing you can do about it. Well, I tell you what, if he'd have called that a swing, Harrison Bader better, or Trey over there, third, better duck. This backfires.
Check swing. Ball four. Oh, man.
No.
He just said he went. And Bryce is not happy about that. Dusty's go. Oh, he just threw Bryce out of the game. Dusty now goes to try to cut it off. He wanted to try to cut it off before Bryce got thrown out. Here comes Rob Thompson.
You know what you hate is he had to peek around.
He had to peek around.
Rob might be gone too. That was absolutely, well, what do you, I don't know.
All right, let's take a look. Rob having a word. Crucial call.
Well, close. But man.
Otto Kemp stays in left field. Here's that swing again from the center field camera. And the side swing, it was close.
Yeah, but golly. I think Bryce's last two ejections have been.
Yeah, that's
Angel Hernandez got him on a check swing.
Takes the fastball away, spits on it. Cold strike 3. Man, Chris Guccione stood there for a second, and James Wood rung up on a ball off the plate to end the third inning. And he went too far. Chris Guccione going to call him out himself.
That is awful. Just ask for help. That's awful. That is awful.
Chris Guccione in that last half-inning break after the Gooch said that James Wood went too far on this check swing instead of appealing to third base and asking for help. James frustrated, talking with the home plate umpire, and then Miggy came out, Nationals interim manager, and second time in rapid succession here.
Oh, Mackenzie Gore, he had his way, and then, oh, you're gone. You're gone. I'm wrong, but you're gone. That is what's Chris Guccione saying right there. Love it for Miggy. Have Mackenzie Gore's back, now having your star player and James Wood's back. Wood back.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. had a 2 RBI single. And Mark Kotsay just got ejected.
Well, that pitch right there on your screen will show you why. And Shea Langoliers, I think, just trying to smooth it over with John Bacon because he knows what's coming his way right now.
So he's stating his case. And a very quick conversation. You could hear the emotion from Mark Kotsay, and he will head back to the clubhouse.
Well, that's what we call a one-way conversation. There was not much that John Bacon was going to offer there that Mark Kotsay was interested in hearing. And that's why. And we have seen multiple pitches. We saw it through the outing of JT Ginn when he was on the mound.
Yep.
Little jog from Kotz right there to.
Well, that's Kotz, if we're being honest, and I'll say it, look, having been teammates with that man, what he's doing in the moment, he knows he's got his pitcher out there on the mound. He is not trying to make this about him and his walk and proving a point. He wants this game to just continue to roll. There's a chance to win this ball game.
2-1. It was right on the black. 2-2.
that leg kick going, you get the momentum, but that foot down into the ground, it allows you to see the ball longer and your head doesn't travel. Meaning travel towards the pitcher, and so your eyes aren't jumping.
And that is strike 3. Jordan incredulous that that pitch was called a strike, and he has an argument.
Got tossed out.
That was low. Did Alfonso? He
Yes,
did.
he threw him out.
He just threw him out. That was quick. Come on.
Well, get your money's worth. Take a look at this pitch. So look how low it is. That's a good baseball and a half. And Jordan kind of hops around a little bit. And he tosses him for that.
So those who voted in today's show poll. And Jesus is still out there after getting the last out of the 5th inning. He had a long wait in between pitches as he faces Otto Lopez here to begin the 6th. Javier ended up throwing 77 pitches last night, but only 43 for strikes in that start against the Sacramento River Cats. 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, and you walked 4, and he struck out 6. Astros don't like that check swing, and they're giving it to Carlos Torres. Somebody just got tossed.
Seriously?
Somebody got tossed in the Astros dugout.
Nobody knows who it is. Just blindly waving over at the Astros dugout because they were upset with the call.
Astros felt like that 1-0 pitch was definitely a swing from Lopez, called a check swing. They were barking from the dugout. Carlos Torres took a exception to that and ended up tossing somebody. So we'll see who has to leave the dugout for the Astros.
Another look at that swing. Farrell getting to the front of the plate. It was more of a full swing than Otto Lopez, but we still have no idea who it is.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Talkman. Did he go? Oh, he said he went, and Talkman can't. Oh, he slams his helmet. He's out. He has been tossed. As Talkman, he wants to have a word with third base umpire Andy Fletcher. He went.
Not too happy about that, and he will take the rest of the night off.
Another strike. 1 and 2. He's hearing it from the Yankee dugout. And here comes Boone. Well, Boone doesn't like the low strike calls that they've been getting, so you heard him say, you've got to fix that. I would think he has to be thrown out because you're not allowed to argue.
I was going to say, this is an early hook, wasn't it? I mean, there went a couple words and you were gone.
So Jordan Baker is blocking him out.
You know, that would irritate me too. I mean, here you are. You just got thrown out for saying 2 words, and now somebody's going to stand in front like they're the bouncer.
He did not like that low strike call on that pitch to McMahon, but I think it's been a combination of things, Paul. That low strike's been called a lot. You mentioned it earlier.
Got to take a look at it. And it's that one was borderline. There have been some balls that have been low, and I think that, you know, like he said, Ford, a few of them have been called low, but immediately
he said you missed 4, and that was quick.
I mean, that's That's not even a swear word. You missed 4. Well, you know what? I've missed 4 or 5 up here. You don't kick me out that quick, do you, Michael?
Well, it did start with that magic letter.
Yeah.
The Royals got walked off on by the Minnesota Twins.
Christian doesn't like the call. He's rung up, and there's 1 gone in the 9th.
Let's see where this pitch was. He's saying that was a ball. And it was out of the strike zone. That was well below the strike zone.
Oh, he's just been removed. Christian's just been thrown out of the game. Todd Tichenor just kind of listened to a little bit of it and then made a couple of steps and just threw Christian out of the game.
Well, he missed the call for one.
Okay, this one's called a ball, right? And this is what Christian was saying. You just called that a ball, and then the same pitch was called for strike 3. So Moore has it. He's got a beef.
Well, I mean, there's no question it wasn't in the strike zone.
Joe Adell will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th inning against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who allowed a home run in the 1st inning to start the game against Neto. There was a pitch timer violation called against Adell. He
wasn't in there quite at that 8-second mark. 6 million, the highest attended, baseball games in a weekend since 15.
Couple of strikeouts on Adell tonight, and Adell's been thrown out of the game here. What is that about? Dan Iasonia, the home plate umpire, has ejected Joe Adell. We don't know if Joe said something to him. That's a big loss for the Angels here. Adell was not happy with that pitch timer violation, ends up striking out, and now he's been thrown out of this game. It sends the Angels' outfield plans into certainly a different plan than intended. You see Adell kind of barking back at Iasonia on his way to the dugout. He got run.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that. You don't want to be falling behind against Yamamoto no matter what.
This was before the first pitch of the at-bat. Adell surprised that pitch timer violation was called. It's got to be at the 8-second mark. Adell saying he was in the box and looking at him. We didn't see the clock there with that one, but Adell from the beginning there was upset about that.
93 pitches through 4. You wouldn't think. Strike 3. Six strikeouts for Freddie Peralta. Don Kelly's close to he just got tossed. And he'll get his money's worth now. Roberto Ortiz, he's been chirping at him much of the night.
Well, I love this about Donnie Kelly. He stands up for his guys, and he knows right there. Jackson Winsky just got burned on a 2-strike pitch well off the plate away. He's getting his money's worth here. I love it.
Yep. He definitely got his money's worth. Don Kelly, who got ejected, 3 times in the matter of a week when he first got the job.
Well, this is what
ejection. Yep.
This is what he's upset about right there. That's well off the plate away. I love this angle right here. You can see it's a good baseball off the outside corner. And Donnie right there saying both ways. Like, if their guy's going to get that pitch called a strike, our guy needs to get that pitch called a strike. Just be consistent. As a manager, as a player, that's all you want out of the umpires is consistency.
That's great. Look over here, both sides.
Pretty accurate.
That's great, yeah. He asked him, hey, come over, look.
Oh, boy. Nate Tomlinson's really had a rough night. He has a good pitch. Really had a rough night. Here comes Torey Lovullo. This has been going on with Nate Tomlinson since the first inning. And Torey's been ejected. Yeah, well. He has missed a lot of critical, especially in 2-strike counts. And there's no way that that's a strike. Mark Wagner, the crew chief, going to come in here from second. Torey's counting off all the pitches that Tomlinson has missed. And he might need more fingers. Yeah. And Mark Wagner's going to let Torey have his say. Of course, it's an automatic ejection to argue balls and strikes. We know that, and he knew that when he went out there, but enough is enough already. Jeff Bannister going to step in and intervene here. Wagner's walking Torey back to the dugout.
That always just is remarkable to me that the guy behind the plate misses as many calls as Nate Tomlinson has missed tonight, and when the manager comes out to mention that, hey, you missed some calls, he gets thrown out. We saw Torey eject the entire umpire crew. What was that? Wrigley Field?
San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco. Yeah.
You're out of order, and you're out of order. Funny thing, his son Nick was coaching the minors, did the same thing. He said, Dad, I copied your act.
Like father, like son.
Got ejected in a Class A game.
Trying to get in that tying run. High and tight, ball one.
His last at bat, he leaned out. It was a little cutter, right? That he stayed up the middle. Hunter Brown's like, I don't like you leaning out there looking for that cutter.
Red Sox are hollering for another balk, but they're not going to get it. And now the home plate umpire is coming on out.
Did he declare from the windup or stretch or?
Crowd's going to boo them as the umpires get together here. But the Red Sox were livid about this in their dugout. And that both coaches at first and third were screaming a balk.
That's going to want to have a little chat.
Blakeney, the home plate umpire, chatting with Alex Cora here.
A lot of times the man on third, the pitcher's got to declare, right? Might come from the stretch, the windup.
That's right.
And I don't know if it had something to do with what they thought maybe he's from the stretch here. Right there, a little twitch. Just a little one.
Not going to get any satisfaction from these guys right now, that's for sure.
He did move his upper body a little bit and then kind of went back. His front shoulder then went back.
You're right. No relief here.
They were screaming right from the beginning. You see Kyle Hudson right away and Jarren Duran.
It's funny because I really didn't see it. Like, even on the replay there, it's very subtle, but everybody saw it. I mean, it's something. He did something.
They've already nailed him once in the inning for it.
Yeah.
Well, as we went to commercial, Alex Cora got to work, and he has been ejected. That was during the commercial break. He has been tossed out just as Souza got out there to the mound. Bennett Souza, the lefty, to begin the warm-ups. He was tossed by the home plate umpire, Blakeney.
I have no idea what it was about.
Could very well go back to a balk the Red Sox saw, but the umpires didn't. Not entirely sure.
Threw him out.
And as mentioned, he has been tossed.
You know, they were pretty animated. Like they all saw something that balk earlier in the game, and here we are a few innings later. Sometimes it gets confirmed inside, and you just are still upset about it. I don't know what it was about. It could have been something else.
Again, the 0-2 to Jeffers. 1 out. Foul. Oh, Jeffers saying that hit the ground.
It certainly looked like it did.
Jeffers saying that hit the ground, and for now, John Bacon is saying that was a clean catch, and this is not reviewable. And Rocco's been thrown out, and the hat comes off. He wasn't happy with the strike zone early. If this ball hits the ground, it's a foul ball.
This has as much to do with the strike zone throughout the game when Scuba was on the mound as it does with this play right here. They've been frustrated all night with the inconsistencies in the strike zone.
Yeah, Rocco saying it comes down to this moment. That's Rocco's 4th ejection this season, 18th of his career, and leaves his hat on the field. And Robbie, ball boy, bat boy, picks it up, but here it is, Perk.
You see the dirt flying.
0 for his last 17. His bell is running. Caro's throw is on the mark. So Caro, who has thrown out 18%. And Q might be coming out and arguing a blocking violation. That's the only thing he could be arguing right now. And now he's been ejected from the game. This has frustrated him most of the year. It hasn't happened a lot. And I think it has, and we haven't seen the replay yet, but this has frustrated a lot of managers. The league went out of its way last year to make this rule. And it has been rarely enforced.
Wow, man, Q, he's really not happy. I haven't seen him like that in a long time.
This is the second time that he's been ejected this year for this type of play, a non-obstruction call. And he's getting on the first base umpire, Adam Hammery, because I think Q feels like that's something that another umpire could also see.
You're not supposed to block the bag with It's dropped the gate.
Yep.
He dropped it. That's blocking the bag. And he's totally right on that.
And that first replay would sure make it look like the knee hit the ground before the ball went in the glove.
Christian Walker takes a strike. 4 balls and 2 strikes. Wow, there we go. And now they threw somebody out. It may have been Joe.
And again, it's not about that one pitch. It's about what's been happening all game long for the Astros, struggling on that outside corner. And then you add to that the inability to hit a ball hard off Brandon Young. And that's where the frustration sets in that Astros dugout.
Well, that was a pretty quick decision made by Chad Fairchild. And Joe Espada has been ejected from this ball game.
Take a peek in that Astros dugout straight ahead after that called third. Joe in the tunnel, the stairway coming up. He's got some hand signals. And it kind of looked like Chad Fairchild might have been looking for somebody over there, and he got Joe.
Strike 2 is called.
That was a gift. That looked to be ball 4.
Well, we said it's been a pretty big zone tonight.
Well, that would qualify.
That was down. You know it's down. And Iasonia saying stop it. And Kevin is fired up. And he might not be long for it. Well, I would assume that he's already been thrown out, right? On balls and strikes when he really missed the ejection.
Yeah. Well, that ball, again, it's below the zone. You said it's been a big zone all night. That's, yeah, that ball's, it's the shins. The ball
That ball is down.
He said, don't shake your
He
head.
did say that.
2. That is, wow. Called strike 3. That was more than a hair inside. And Aaron Boone and Trent Grisham are both perplexed at that.
Yeah. I mean, that's really unfortunate because you got a rally going and you take the bat right out of his hands on calling a pitch. And I know Oliver Marmol was yelling at a pitch that was much closer than that and didn't get it. I mean, just ball never gets there.
First strikeout of the game for Michaelis.
That's right. Tell him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Boone is. And somebody from the dugout just got tossed. I'm not sure if it was Aaron Boone because it looked like Nick Carapazza pointed to someone down on the other end of the dugout and tossed them. I'm not sure exactly who it was down there.
Well, I'm going to guess it's a player. You're going to go get your money's worth if it's a coach. And hopefully it's not a player that they could have used in the game today. But, I mean, they can see the pitches because they have the iPads to watch the at-bats. And they know what's a strike and what's not a strike.
A little drama at the end of what was a productive offensive inning for the Yankees, and Aaron Boone still shaking his head. Looks like it was Tanner Swanson who got tossed.
You know what I find curious about that? Is the guy that's teaching catchers how to steal strikes is the one that gets tossed for Pozo stealing a strike. But that was the hardest thing for me as a manager when I got thrown out and I was right. And I know umpires aren't perfect. I get that. And there are pitches that are closer. But when you're right and you get thrown out, it's really hard to take.
For the Pirates, Kim Eberly, our stage manager. Tom Mee, our director. Brian Shapiro, our producer. Tony Vento, our stats man upstairs. Good ball game. Cardinals trying to salvage 1 of 3 against New York. That's up and away. Or thereabouts. 3 balls and a strike.
I think here with Grisham too, I think the key, stay away, especially in a count like this.
And up and away. Grisham takes ball 4. That's 6 walks issued by the Cardinals in the game. 6 walks, 6 hits. Yet the Yankees have only scored 3 times, and all 3 runs came in the 4th inning. There's Rice. He's walked twice and has flied out once. Uh-oh. Ollie, I think, just got tossed from the game. Nick Lentz said, come on out. And Oliver Marmol's going to go at it.
Well, you saw this one coming early here, Chip. There was both sides back and forth with Nick Lentz. Already 1 ejection on the coaching staff of the Yankees.
Ollie made his point. You saw him come out of the dugout. You've missed 7 or 8 separate pitches through the first 6+ innings of this game. So Oliver Marmol has been ejected. We told you Aaron Boone has 6. Ollie's one behind him. That's his 5th of the season.
Might have saw Booney clapping for him. Tell him.
Bogarts hits a fly ball to left field. Ramos going back onto the track at the wall. He'll make the catch. Gone. He was back there, and a fan reached over, I believe. We'll see. He was camped there, and I'm not sure. We'll have to see. They've called it a home run for the moment. And the Giants, we're going to see. Bob Melvin's coming out.
Oh, he had it. It came out. Yeah, so I would say that's a home run, right?
That's a home run, yeah. No problem with the fan. He just didn't catch it.
This is a crew chief review of the home run.
I don't see an interference there. I just see it going off his glove and gone.
Yep.
So that's a home run for Xander Bogaerts.
Oh. Yeah, that looked all glove of Ramos, and then into the stands. Yeah, it hit his glove first, then went in. It wasn't even close to the fan's hands. Right, Don? It looks like that way to you?
I don't know. Hard to tell up top there. I just don't see. Let's look at the fingers of the fan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's tough.
I don't think there's anything conclusive. He thought there was. As Ramos timed his leap. Ray is going to throw some here as they are taking a good long look at this to make sure. Ramos certainly thought he was interfered with. Saw it go into the glove. I thought he was going to catch it. Yeah. I did not think it was going to come out. Now, why it came out, I don't know.
Yeah. I just think it was in a big part of the glove, the webbing area. You couldn't squeeze it and bring it back.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. It was spectator interference. The runner's out.
Wow.
I wonder if it hit that fan's thumb or any little part of his hand to where they thought it might have changed direction.
They may have another look too. Don't forget about that aspect of it that we don't. That shows it more conclusively, perhaps. Because what we're seeing, I'm not sure is conclusive enough to overturn that.
I agree.
Cannot argue a review, so Schultz is automatically ejected. You can't come out. How do you score that?
F8.
Okay.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm going to write D7 fan.
The opportunities he's been getting. And it's strike 3 called, says Mark Ripperger. Schneider questioning if that was a swing or a called strike. And John Schneider will clean it up a little bit, but says that's a terrible call, and Schneider just got tossed. Remember a couple of low strikes on McCutchen the last half inning. That one appeared to be even lower. And Davis Schneider, who's got a very good eye and a very good feel for the strike zone, could not believe that was a called strike.
Well, it was a breaking ball down at the bottom of the zone. It may not have looked great, whether it caught the bottom of the zone or not. Davis didn't like the call, but his manager definitely didn't like the call.
Schneider knows it's not a strike, and he'll probably have an iPad in his hands very quickly. And Schneider did get, I believe that I saw Ripperger toss Schneider out of the game. He's gone. John Schneider. Davis Schneider is in the game. John Schneider is out of the game.
See, the catcher, he didn't do a very good job at all. The catcher's actually asking for an appeal down to first base, but Ripperger, the home plate umpire, went ahead and called it himself. The way the catcher caught that ball made it look awful.
Right. I thought it was actually much lower than that because of the way he finished.
Yeah.
Only fastball count left.
Oh, that's close. Brad Lord made a nice pitch, missed with it, and that's his very first walk of the night. Two on walks. Nobody out there, and a lot of guys moving around in the bullpen, and we'll see if anybody gets to throwing here pretty quickly.
For a guy that's around the zone quite a bit, Brad Lord doesn't get too many calls.
And the kind of thing that you talk about constantly. That's enough, says Todd Titcher to the first base dugout. And somebody's been tossed. That'll be Miguel Cairo's third if it was him already. Somebody's gone.
And I think that wasn't from that pitch. I think that's been from 5 or 6 pitches that I think Brad Lord threw, not Cole Henry, that he's probably frustrated about.
Big lead for Caballero. Throw over. Just got back.
Yeah, and he's got happy feet. You can see that. His feet are moving, and he's trying to get a jump. He's trying to get back into scoring position, and wow, what a lead. I mean, you think about Chandler Simpson's not even close to that. This is a close play. What a really good slide to contort his body.
And they're going to look at it.
Yeah.
Caballero 6 for 6 in stolen bases as a Yankee, has 40 on the season, leads the majors. Challenge replay is brought to you by Citizens Made Ready.
Yeah, he's had 5 on this road trip and 4 starts, and he came in tonight for defense. I don't think he gets you, Michael. I know they're going to have a lot of angles. This is probably our best angle as he turns his body. I think he's safe.
The runner is safe. Tampa will lose their challenge.
All right, so the call on the field by Ben May, it stands. Lefty first baseman, he's out.
Yes. And I think if he lets the ball travel a little bit more instead of going out to catch it and bringing the tag back, he's out. But it's not something that first basemen do a lot of as a right-handed first baseman.
1 out for the Yanks. He's dancing again, and that throw not handled by Seymour.
Michael, I have never seen 3 throws, disengagements from a pitcher. I think if he doesn't go early, and this ball hits off him, Bob didn't catch this one, kind of whiffed it. It's a bad throw.
So he threw over the third time.
I was just getting ready to say, this might be the time that he throws over for a third time.
And now the umpires are going to talk things over.
What are they talking about?
And they're going to send him back to first.
Yeah, Aaron Boone's trying to get an explanation why one umpire calls it.
I think he was off the rubber, Joe. But that's still a third throw over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about that rule, Michael.
There he goes. And he gets the second anyway. But he overslides, and Lau keeps the tag on him, and he's out.
Yeah, they dive so late because they want their momentum, and Lau does a good job of keeping the tag on. I mean, that looks pretty close too, Michael.
Now the Yankees are going to ask him to take a look.
Because you got to see the timing. At one point, his hand was on there, and his elbow, and then his knee. And he can't really see in this situation if he's engaged with the bag because he's behind him.
So we have to look for the disconnect, where the hand is off. Is there a disconnect? He's on, he's on, he's on. And just for that moment, he was off, right around his shin, but
you see
tag wasn't made.
You see his foot come up, but he's not making the tag. There's been a lot happening in this one little series.
Now, a quick note. Yankees have 19 runs in this series, Joe, on 14 homers. And the 14 homers ties a major league record for most in consecutive games. The 99 Reds did it.
And they were the team that hit 10, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
There might be a disconnect right there when he has a tag on the spike.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I really see air underneath. I see the dirt that's coming over the bag.
Runner is out.
Been quite an inning.
Oh, he can't get thrown out.
Especially with the moves they've made.
Yeah, he is hot. And you wonder if he felt like he was pushed off the bag. Now Aaron's hot. Because every one of these runs means something.
I don't think he was pushed off, Joe. Also, did we find a way around the two-throw rule? You just don't go on the rubber and throw to first whenever you want after you made two throws?
I mean, is that not a pickoff?
I think it is.
But it's a disengagement, not an engagement.
There he goes. He did throw him out.
I hate when they throw you out when you're walking away. It's a pet peeve of mine, Michael. And you might say something, but like no one knows that you're saying it. And there's emotion in this game.
So his role continues after the All-Star break. 18 multis for him. Contreras a big 2-run single. Part of the 5-run Cardinals fifth. Well, we could use a little insurance here. It's 6-5. Cardinals with 10 hits. Cardinals trying to stay a perfect 4-0 at home against Pittsburgh. That center cut. Contreras looking for something else, and he's retired for out number 2. And Oliver Marmol just got tossed from this game. Or was it Wilson Contreras?
Yeah, I think it was Contreras walking away. Certainly continued to look back. He's saying he didn't say anything. Now he's saying all those things he said he didn't say.
Wow, Ollie's got to hold him back. Now Ollie's been tossed. Now somebody fires a whole box of bubble gum out onto the field between the plate and first.
Well, certainly the frustration taking over for Contreras in this one. Derek Thomas behind the plate. I mean, as soon as he rang him up, he was walking the whole way looking, obviously saying something behind as Cardinals bat boys have to pick up the mess that assuming Contreras threw out there.
I mean, Wilson was hot, and then my guess is that he heard something, and then Mount Vesuvius happened. And that's when Contreras had to be held back by Oliver Marmol. Bat went flying back toward the plate. Contreras eventually was ushered into the dugout. And while that was going on, Ollie and Derek Thomas were talking, and Thomas threw out the Cardinal skipper.
Difficult to hit because he can bury it on these right-handed hitters.
Oh, boy, that's a good pitch at 98 on the outside corner that was called a ball. Really good pitch.
Wow.
Two and 0. He used that sweeper 38 times last time against the Seattle Mariners, and then used it 40 times against the Nationals in the start before that. He had 8 strikeouts with it last time out. Time was called just a little late, and Luzardo's not happy about that.
JT, go get him. JT, go get him. Go get him, JT. I mean, he already started his windup. You can't call timeout after he starts his windup.
It's a bad job.
Now the second base umpire's coming in. He don't need to be in there either.
Yeah, that's not a good job by Willie Traynor.
Yeah. This is where he has to take a breath and not be frustrated.
And ball 4 on a pitch that was in the strike zone.
Wow. Well, strike's a strike's a strike, but our opinion don't matter.
Yeah. Oh, man, that just missed.
Well, yeah, the last thing you want to do, though, is load him up.
For the guy on deck.
Yeah,
That catch 3D.
Yeah, it missed. 103 RBIs tells you that you don't want him coming up with the bases loaded unless 2 outs.
And ball 4. Well, he may be facing Kirkering.
I think, yeah.
Yep, here comes Rob Thompson.
Rob.
1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. 1 0. And Orion Kerkering's going to come in for the Phils. We have a pitching change for the Phillies. Neither starter made it through 5. We'll be back after this. As he went off, he was demonstrative in his disgust to the home plate umpire, telling him to wake up, screaming at him. Now, it went dark, and we don't know if the umpire threw him out. Not that it matters. So he did throw him out?
I saw him throw him out,
Right off the ribbon board, yeah, just about a foot from going in the upper deck, and then 93 coming inside and hitting Acuna. He is not happy with Ryan Gusto. And they're coming out of both dugouts.
Well, it never looks good right after a big home run when something like this happens, and Ronald clearly taking exception to it. And you understand why. Is there intent there? Probably not. But it's upsetting when you see one of your teammates hit a big homer, and then the very next pitch, you're getting pushed back and getting hit in the hand.
Now the bullpen's emptying out as well. You see the umpires all out there just trying to keep the two sides apart. Saw former Marlin Vidal Brujan also trying to be a peacemaker in between. And now both teams starting to recede.
And so because of that, now the umpires will get together and make a decision on whether or not they need to issue warnings. They probably will, because when you get everybody coming out on the field like that and that kind of reaction, you want to make sure you try to get ahead of any retaliation that might be out there, or at least on the mind of any of the Braves pitchers. But 2-seam fastball and actually caught him in the elbow, not in the hand, but that ran in hard on Ronald Acuna Jr.
Like he's telling him you're crowding the plate.
Yeah, that, and maybe just the way that the arm movement starts a little bit, and perhaps that's what he's saying. Like, would it have hit Ronald otherwise? I don't know, and I don't think Ronald's necessarily crowding the plate, but that's the way that Gusto sees it.
I think Brian Snitker just got ejected.
He did, because he's probably upset that there was a warning issue. If that was the case, if that's what the decision was, they came over and they issue a warning. It's always frustrating for the team that is on the receiving end of the first hit by pitch, and then the warning is issued, because you have no shot for retaliation. It also puts Joey Wentz in a weird spot, because if he throws a pitch that's just a little bit too close, an umpire can misinterpret that the wrong way, and then he automatically would get ejected. Now, I think you saw Snit pointing to how big that home run was out to center field, and the reaction and feeling like they did not deserve to have warnings issued.
So Brian Snitker ejected here in the top of the 3rd inning. I think you're spot on, CJ, and with that argument, I understand where Brian Snitker's coming from.
Nobody likes it when it goes down that way. By the way, career ejection number 22 for Snit. 140 to go.
So who threw the pitch? Is Brad Lidge.
No. Somebody.
Chris Burke.
I don't remember if it was a Rocky or an Astro. Hit a ball that Jim Crane's office, I believe, is across the way in that building.
Okay.
So you would know this having played here. And somebody hit a ball out of the stadium that it looked like it was going to hit the window of the owner of the Astros office.
Well, you can eliminate Spilly.
And Hunter upset. He goes down. So a promising inning turns south quickly. Middle of 6. It's still 1-0 Houston.
Hunter just got tossed out. Hunter just got thrown out.
Well, while we were away, you saw as we were going to break, Hunter Goodman smash his bat and break it. But he was upset with that call on 0-1, and he had words with home plate umpire James Hoy, who's the crew chief. And again, he's been working with him all night. Then he strikes out, slams his bat, and the reason he got pointed at is it's a equipment violation, And then Hunter said something ahoy, and Hoy tossed him out.
Happ climbs back in. Let's see what Webb is up to. Tucker at first. There he goes. And that one is in there, and they got him.
Craig Counsell out of the dugout. And he just ran Craig. Wow, that was a quick hook. Quick thumb, whatever you want to call it. Now Craig's going to kind of give a piece of his mind.
Ackley rings him up. The pitch is, yeah, that's a strike.
It's actually pretty impressive that they got the call, though, with Bailey coming out of his crouch to go get that baseball. A lot of times you cost the pitcher the strike. You run there, you're trying to stay out of the ground ball double play. You're counting on ball 4 or contact.
Runners on the move as Abrams. For strike 3, according to Derek Thomas. That looked well low. Would have tied the game had it been called ball 4. And a frustrating way for the bottom of the 4th to end.
Yeah, it is. That's a ball. I'm reading lips. That's a ball. That's on you. The 5th, Rays 2, Nationals 1, because that guy right there. People came to watch him play. That's C.J. Abrams. There, Thomas got him on that one. I mean, Nick Fortes, bottom of the zone this year.
Pitch. Chris Johnson was ejected after sharing his thoughts with Derek Thomas. Not pleased with the.
Just outside. And now the first 2 have reached to begin the bottom of the 4th inning against Nestor Cortes. Royce Lewis will be the batter. He is a right-handed hitter. The next 2 guys scheduled for the Twins are both left-handed hitters. And as we saw, Wandy Peralta, left-handed pitcher, is up in the Padre bullpen. Night could be done for Nestor, though. We'll see if this is a stalling tactic here by Fermin and the Padre infield. They are all looking in Mike Schildt's direction.
Oh, pretty even splits for Lewis. 221 against lefties, 225 against righties, although
Manny Gonzalez making them go back to where they came from, and now Mike will slowly kind of start to creep his way out onto the field. And an ejection has just been issued, I assume, to Nestor Cortes, who's obviously coming out of this game. And perhaps he had said something there to Manny Gonzalez, but this will also give Wandy a couple of extra throws in the bullpen if he needs it. Mike Schildt now getting an explanation from Manny Gonzalez, but apparently magic words were said. Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of an odd one.
Yeah, no idea. Freddie's trying to just keep things the way they are. Okay, just don't make it any worse.
A bizarre circumstance, though.
Yeah.
And again, Wandy's just out there loosening up now as much as his little heart contends.
You know what I'm wondering, and I'm just spitballing here. You know, sometimes pitchers can say something to a position player or a catcher, but it's direct. They're talking to the catcher, but they're kind of maybe in a roundabout way directing it towards an umpire. I'm not saying that's the case, but maybe he said something. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But
I think Manny Gonzalez just said, "I'm sure of it." So I'm sure that's part of what Mike Schildt was saying to him. Hey, were you sure he was talking to you? Are you sure that's what he said? And Manny Gonzalez seemed very sure of himself. Meanwhile, again, Mike was out there to make a pitching change, so that's going on here. The conversation continues with the second base umpire, Corey Blazer. He is the crew chief.
hey, you know, if your Mike is like, take more time so your reliever can get more time, right?
I mean, he's got to be ready by now. So Cortes has been ejected, but he was already on his way out of the game
anyway. And there will be a pitching change in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 on and nobody out. And again, Nestor was kind of standing on the mound, waiting for things to happen. And he was thrown out of this game.